Hey guys, welcome back. So this video is actually going to be my very first product review. Now it wasn't the first product I was hoping to review, but Max did get sick on me last week. If you can't tell by my voice and really small tired eyes and lack of makeup, it is because I am getting sick too now. But anyways, so with that being said, we are going to be doing our first review on the Nose Frida. So like I said, Max did get sick on me for the first time last week, which was definitely scary. I mean, I've heard horror stories about the first time babies get sick. And yeah, I was definitely scared and nervous. He woke up at 4 a.m. super fussy and irritable and had a fever. Definitely gave him Tylenol to break it, but he was just miserable. He had this really nasty congestive cough. And you could just tell that it sounded painful, but it just sounded like a lot of phlegm, and he was just miserable. So yes, I took him to the ER. I actually took him twice, and I do apologize. Yes, I am that kind of mom, and I probably will always be, but that is me. I'm sure some of you veteran moms out there are probably just shaking your head like, oh my goodness, and laughing, but I did. Especially with, everyone being sick and RSV season, I didn't want to chance it. But yeah, I took him in to the children's hospital where we normally go for his NG tube, and that was also another reason why I took him in, just because he has that thing going down his nose, and to have all this mucus, I just wasn't sure if there was more issues like with his breathing. I was wanted to be, I'd rather be overly paranoid and know that there was nothing wrong than kind of just be laid back and have something happen. But yeah, when we took him in, they told us he had bronchiolitis, and that it was something that was really common, especially around this time. They basically said that it was something that would just kind of had to let it take its course. But they had recommended to definitely to use humidifier and to suction him with that bulb that you get at the hospital. And it was definitely something I wasn't too happy with or happy to use. I never really had to use it in the first place. But I had one. I just never liked the idea of using it. But they gave me one to take home. Now, they did suction him at the hospital with the little suction and the machine. He was totally not having it, but he did feel better afterwards. You can just tell, he was able to breathe, so he just felt more comfortable. Tried doing the suction bulb at home. Didn't really care for it. Max was frantic and miserable. He was afraid of it. I felt like I wasn't sure if I was doing it right. I was terrified of having the actual tip go way too up his nose since it's small. And since he was frantic, I felt like I had no control over it. Like, I felt like if he just moved too fast, or if I, while he was moving, pushed it in, I was just afraid. Sorry, as you can tell, I'm getting sick. So I ended up going back to the hospital the next day because I felt like Max's symptoms weren't getting better. So when I did, one of the nurses had mentioned, because they had still brought up the suctioning, and I did tell them how I didn't feel comfortable with it. I felt like I wasn't really getting much out of him. And so they had mentioned that they had heard really great things about the Nose Frida. Now, when they told me about it, I kind of already had an idea as to what it was, because I remember going down that aisle when I was registering for my baby shower and seeing this box. And literally, the picture itself is exactly what you do. Now, I'm not saying that I'm necessarily making that face or that Max is making that face. I mean, they probably make it a little more nicer here. But when I saw it, I was like, who the heck in their right mind would want to do this? What mom would want to suction their baby's boogers out with their mouth? That just sounds disgusting. But now, being a mom, and seeing how upset your baby is when they're sick, I mean, literally, we're knees deep in poop on a regular daily basis, so this is nothing. And plus, Max was so miserable, I was willing to do anything to make my baby feel comfortable again and happy and feeling better. So I did go out and buy it the next day. I got mine at Babies R Us. It was $14.99, and literally it comes exactly like this, and also has, so it comes out like this. You have that and the tube. I mean, literally, it's just like the picture. This is the main tube. This is where you put his nose, where it suctions through. You have a filter. This filter keeps from bacteria or mucus, any type of nastiness, going in through this tube, which connects to your mouthpiece. So that definitely made me feel a little better. I was kind of like, okay, like then I don't have to worry about that. It was literally when I first saw this, I thought, how do you know that the boogers aren't touching your mouth? How do you know if like when to stop? But honestly, this is probably one of the best things I've ever seen. Main thing is being how wide this tip is. It's not like the bulb. Literally, it just goes, it doesn't go in his nostril, it goes right around it and kind of creates a suction when you suck. So it doesn't go deep in, and what's awesome is you can actually see and hear what's coming up as opposed to that quick little squeeze that you get out of the bulb. And it's kind of reminds me of how they did it in the hospital, and it just kind of, you can see it coming up. And I feel like you get more out, you're taking more out of, more mucus out than the bulb would. But yeah, so basically you would stick this in, at the, you know, to baby's nostril, not like I said, not all the way in. And usually by this point, literally you're holding it like this. So you don't have to worry about it constantly falling out like I've been having trouble with right now. But yeah, you put this to baby's nose and then you suction. And literally, like, it's not as gross as you think it is. Like I said, you could see it coming up, and literally, I have never seen it go, mucus go any higher than here. So it's not even going anywhere near the filter. But I mean, any type of bacteria or illness, I mean, obviously, bacteria spreads, and that filter helps. So, and it's definitely easy to clean. You see what you're cleaning, not like the bulb. I know, you know, you can clean it with warm water, but it's not see-through. You can't see what you're cleaning. I've heard bacteria and mold stories about it, and it's not something I liked, and I felt like I had no control with it. Like I said, I mean, the idea of hurting him, just, I didn't like it. Now, I'm not saying that Max loves this either. He, you know, doesn't really care for being suctioned at all. But I felt like I had more control with this because I didn't have to worry about hurting him by sticking this way too far up his nose. And I mean, you had more control of the mucus coming out, and literally I felt like he was, once it was done, he was back to normal and fine. You know, when I did the bulb, he was just frantic and it took a while to soothe him. And this, I felt like he was more comfortable almost after, or completely after. And he was comfortable a lot longer, and I think it's because you're getting more mucus out than that bulb does. So definitely would recommend this. Now the box alone only comes with 4 hygiene filters, so I definitely would recommend buying the extra hygiene filters. You can buy separately, which I did. So this here was about $4 for 20 of them, so not that bad, and definitely something you want to keep on hand when baby's sick or just congested. So definitely would recommend it. It's honestly, it's not as gross as you think it would be. I know for maybe some first time moms, you're probably thinking the same way I did, like, what the heck? No. And I'm sorry, but believe me, once that baby's there, it's not gross anymore. I mean, you don't even think. And literally, like I said, you're knees deep in poop all the time. It's not that big a deal. So definitely would recommend the Nose Frida over and over again. It is awesome and definitely easy to use and helpful for baby. Like I said, I bought mine at Babies R Us. I'm not sure if you can buy it, what other department stores you can buy it at. I know you can buy it online and like on Amazon and stuff like that, but not that expensive, and it's something that's reusable and you can use it over and over again and clean it over and over again. Hygiene filters definitely come in handy. Definitely want to use that. But of course, you also want to buy your saline drops. I got mine just at Walmart, the Little Remedies one, and it helps break up the mucus, and that's not even expensive either. I think I maybe paid like less than $5. But yeah, definitely would recommend the Nose Frida. It's definitely something that I think is way safer and cleaner than that nasty suction bulb. So I hope that this video was helpful. If you guys have any questions or comments, just do exactly that. Comment below. So yeah, thanks guys. Thank you for watching, and see you guys soon. Bye.